In this video, you will learn how to conduct sentiment analysis. In addition, you will learn how to create meaningful groups of the sentiment analysis and export the sentiment analysis so that it can be used for data visualization. Drag a sentiment analysis tool in front of the tool container and make a manual connection between the data cleansing tool from step 11 and the sentiment analysis tool. Leave the defaults for language and the algorithm as Vader. Select the mDNA field as the text field. Your instructor will provide more guidance on whether they want you to conduct text pre-processing and/or identify sentiment at the sentence level. I'm going to leave these defaults unchecked for this video. Annotate the sentiment analysis tool as step 14. Save and run your workflow. Now that we've conducted sentiment analysis, let's prepare the data to be used in a data visualization. I'm going to move the sentiment analysis tool down a little bit because we're going to be adding several tools after this one. Navigate back to the preparation menu and drag a select tool from the preparation menu until it connects with the output anchor of the sentiment analysis tool. Remove the mDNA field. The sentiment analysis output is a percentage. We can see that Alteryx already recognized this and changed the data type to a numeric data type that is appropriate for percentage data. Annotate the select tool with step 15. We're going to use the sentiment data to create 3 relevant data sets. Navigate to the developer menu and drag a block until done tool until it connects with the select tool from step 15. The block until done tool allows us to perform steps sequentially. There are no configurations for this tool. Annotate this tool with step 16. Our first data set that we will export is all of the data for all of the years. Navigate back to the In-Out menu. Drag an output data tool and connect it with the first output anchor of the block until done tool. Click on the option to set up a connection and then click Microsoft Excel. Navigate to the 10K7, since we're in the mDNA disclosure, transform data file folder. Name the file with your name, your group number, mDNA Sentiment Analysis, all years, and then the date. Once you've named the file according to your instructor's naming convention, click Save. Name this sheet MDA Sentiment Analysis, all years. Click OK. I'm going to expand my configuration window so you can see this a little bit easier. In the third output option, click the drop-down arrow and select the option to overwrite file remove. Annotate the output data tool with step 18A. The second data that we want to create and export is to group the sentiment by year. Drag a Summarize tool from the Transform menu until it connects with the second output anchor of the Block Until Done tool. You may need to drag your tools to different places so that you have enough space on your canvas. If you don't see the configuration for the Summarize tool, click on the Summarize tool. Highlight the Fiscal Year End field and select the option to Group By. I'm going to expand the bottom portion of my screen so that you can get a better look at the quick menu that's going to appear. Highlight all of the sentiment analysis fields. You can click on the first one, hold down the Shift key, and then click on the last one. Click the drop-down arrow for Add. Navigate to Numeric. Then use the sub-menu to add the basic statistics for all of these variables. You can continue to use the highlighted fields to add the average, the median, standard deviation, variance ignoring zeros, mins and maxes. You can see that they automatically label each of these variables with the statistic being used. Your instructor will provide further guidance if they want you to create more or less measures. Annotate this tool with step 17B. Then go ahead and save and run your workflow. Navigate back to the In-Out menu and grab an Output Data tool from the In-Out menu. Click on the option to set up a connection, and again, use the Excel connection. In this case, select the same Excel file that we had created in step 18A. Click Save. When you receive the prompt that this will replace the file, click Yes. In this case, we're going to write the new data into the same Excel file, but on a different tab. So label this new sheet Sentiment by Year. Click OK. In the Output options, leave the default to create a new sheet. Annotate this tool as step 18B. Scroll down until you have a little bit more blank canvas space. And if you'd like, move these to the side so that you have a little bit more working room. The final data set that we will create is to group the sentiment analysis by firm. Navigate back to the Transform menu, grab one more Summarize tool, and drag it onto your canvas until it connects with the third output anchor of the Block Until Done tool. In this case, we're aggregating the data by firm, so we're going to use the SIC field as our group by. We're going to repeat the process of highlighting all of the fields for our sentiment, and I'm again going to expand the bottom portion of my configuration window, and then adding on all of the basic statistics required by your instructor. Annotate the Summarize tool with step 17C. Again, navigate back to the In-Out menu, grab an Output Data tool, and connect it to the Summarize tool from step 17C. Click the option to set up a connection, select the file type as Microsoft Excel, and select the same file that we created previously. Again, allow the prompt to answer yes as to whether you want to overwrite the file. In this case, we're going to do the same thing where we're adding one more sheet to this Excel file. In this case, we're going to name this sheet Sentiment by Firm. Click OK and leave the output option number 3 to the default Create New Sheet. Annotate the Output Data tool with step 18C. Save and run your workflow. After running the workflow, you should be able to navigate to the file folder for the MD&A transform data and find the Excel file that we just created. If you open that Excel file, you should see all 3 tabs that we created, the MD&A sentiment analysis for all of the data, the sentiment analysis grouped by year, and then the sentiment analysis grouped by firm. Again, I'm using an abbreviated data set, so your results should look different than mine. Great job! You have now learned how to perform text analytics on the broad data set. Use the outputs exported to Excel to answer the associated questions and create effective data visualizations. If required by your instructor, separate the data by fiscal year to generate word clouds and topic models for each fiscal year. There are no videos for that process. However, the skills that you've learned throughout the rest of the videos will help you as you complete the process and afford you an opportunity to gain confidence in your ability to conduct this process independently.